My name is Elizabeth Kleinveld, and I'm very excited, together with Epaul Julien, that we're able to say hi to all of the fans of the Jonathan Ferrara Gallery and her artist. Together with Epaul Julien, we make up the artist duo E2. You might wonder, how did it all get started? Well, actually, back in 2006, Epaul and I worked on a book together with 10 other photographers called Before, During, After, Louisiana Photographers' Responses to Hurricane Katrina. Around 2008, we decided that we would start to work together to help fight discrimination and prejudice and the stereotypes that lead to racism. So that's how it all got started, and thank you for listening to our stories and finding out more about our work. This is our remake of Rembrandt's Night Watch, which he painted in 1642. I live about 15 minutes from the Rijksmuseum, which is where this work is shown. And what we have is Nelly Cruz, who was the commissioner at the EU for competition. She actually fined Microsoft $500 million. Next to her, Sylvia Todt. She was the first woman to have her company at the Dutch Stock Exchange. And Carina Vigreau is pointing the direction. She is one of the founders of TomTom. This is a remake that Epaul and I did of a Jan van Eyck work, Arnolfini Marriage, which is in the National Gallery in London. It's a work he did in 1434, and we did this remake in 2012. Epaul is here together with Frederic Nuhan, who does the hair and makeup in our works whenever we're in Europe, and her father, Bert, created the costumes. I just want to show you how we do say in Latin that E2 was here. It's on the bottom underneath the skirt, which is lapping over the frame, unlike the original. When we first started this series, we were really focused on racism, and soon we changed to other forms of discrimination, like discrimination against homosexual love. This is our remake of Fragonard's The Bolt, with two women, Frederic Nuhan again and Chinese artist Rong Zhang. This is our remake of Rigaud's Louis XIV. You may wonder, what does this have to do with stereotypes and discrimination? Well, it's all about our discrimination about people who are disabled. Mauro had had a terrible accident, and we did this shoot soon thereafter. He just had a bolt taken out of his arm, and that is actually his real cane that he needed to walk with. It was the loneliness that he had felt from people looking at him and treating him differently that prompted us to do this remake. My name is Elizabeth Kleinveld, and I'm part of the artist duo E2, and I'm showing you the scenery which is in Amsterdam on Easter Sunday at the Beatrix Park, because it is part of a work that Epaul and I did, Manet's Ode to Manet's Déjeuner sur l'Herbe, and most of it was shot in New Orleans, but there were two scenes shot here. And so this background that we had picked, this is the other side of the pond, has a lot of similarities to New Orleans. These beautiful weeping willows and some of the Japanese cherry blossoms in the back. Yesterday I was telling about how we did the shoot for a remake of Manet's Déjeuner sur l'Herbe in New Orleans and in Amsterdam at the Beatrix Park. And the lady you see in the water, she was actually taken down the street on the polo lawn, which is down the street from where I live, and in the background, the water, that's all from the Beatrix Park. And as I'm finishing my Easter Sunday walk, I see the sign that says, "Stay home in Amsterdam. Sweet city, have a little bit of patience, please." And I ask you in my other sweet city, New Orleans, to do the same.